My name is Matti Paquette and I am a 24-year-old filmmaker from Barrie, Ontario. If you don't know where that is, I usually just say I'm from Toronto. When I was a kid, I always had an interest in cameras. I remember when my mom got an HD camera and I thought it was the coolest thing. Me and a friend would always make videos and post them on Facebook for our friends to see. There was one day I hopped on Google and I typed in best editing software, and for some reason After Effects came up. So I downloaded the trial and I started to learn After Effects. At this point, I think I was 12 years old learning After Effects. Little did I know that this was going to lead me into a career of editing and visual effects. So with my After Effects knowledge that I learned as a child, we did what any 12-year-old would do. We shot guns. Or pretended to shoot guns at least. We made some ridiculous edits.
I'm a firing my laser!
Later on, as we got older into high school, we started shooting the announcement videos for our youth group. This kind of led me into a career into filmmaking later on, but really just gave me that interest and that push to learn and having to produce a weekly video. Sometimes we were making the videos the day of. Like we would shoot the videos during the day and then they would be on the projector screen for everyone to see that evening. I just happened to go to a special high school that offered the broadcasting course, so kids from all around my area would leave their high schools to come to my high school to take part in this. Because of my after school video experience, I was the only student at the time that could produce 2 stories before they would go out on the morning announcement broadcast. And I think I was the only one who really knew how to use the camera. But I knew broadcast and television were not for me. Around the same time, me and a friend were posting videos on this app called Vine. You might have heard of it. I don't know. We were fortunate and lucky enough to build a following there, actually quite a big following. By the end, we both had like over 700,000 followers, but it gave me the opportunity to work with a lot of brands, specifically a lot of Canadian brands, as there wasn't many Canadian Viners that were brand friendly. So I got a lot of opportunity. This was really good for my own experience, being fresh out of high school, not going to college, but still working with like these big agencies and brands. I made social media content for like Burger King Canada, Hot Pockets, Pepsi. What else did I do? Oh, and I had a deal with the Canadian movie theater chain that once a month I would post a video about a movie that was in theaters. All this to say that it was good for my professional experience as well as my wallet, because when Vine died, I invested everything into video production gear. I then transitioned into doing freelance video and visual effects editing. For a little while there, I was still working with a lot of the brands that I worked with previously, but after time, those slowly trickled out. I think without the platform that I had, it was harder to keep the momentum going. So it led me into doing more like local and remote jobs. So I did this for about 3 years and then I applied to be the editor for Matti Haapoja's YouTube channel. I had to publicly compete for the job. This was the most stressful month of my life, but I did it. I got the job. If you don't know who Matti Haapoja is, he is a filmmaker on YouTube. He's very influential in that scene. And it just so happens that his office is only 30 minutes away from where I live. So it was a pretty good fit. And for the last 2 years, I've been working as Matti Haapoja's editor, doing some freelance stuff on the side. And now, as I am recording this video, I have transitioned from being Matti's editor into starting my own YouTube channel. So this is my main focus right now, is working on my YouTube channel. I'm about 2 months into my YouTube journey now and things are going very well. I'm really excited to see where things will take me on YouTube. I should probably stop talking and answer the questions that you gave me. My creative specialty, I would have to say, is like visual effects and magic tricks. Sort of like a one-man show of what Zach King could do. That being said, I also know my way around a camera. I love making beautiful footage. If I had to pick a few people who really inspire me in the creative world, the first one would have to be Christophe Benfree. He is another Canadian filmmaker, and I feel like we have the same taste in everything. He likes FPV drones, he likes cinematography, he likes visual effects. And that's basically everything I want to do with my filmmaking career. But this guy is an absolute wizard when it comes to camera tricks. Another inspiration would have to be Cash Bunny. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Some of the stuff she comes up with is so creative. It actually blows my mind how she comes up with some of these ideas. She is definitely a visual artist. And when it comes to directing, I would say my biggest inspiration is this director named Solomon Litham, I believe that's how you say it, I could be wrong. Some of the stuff he creates is just so unique and it's always so incredibly cinematic. Some of my future goals for starters is to be debt-free, hopefully within a couple years. My next goal would be to buy a house, and my third goal would be to open a studio in my hometown. I would love the idea of having a YouTube production studio here in my city. I just think that that would be so cool. If I could give one piece of advice to anybody who is in the filmmaking world already, or maybe just entering it, I would say to just make stuff. Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter as long as you are trying your best. If I didn't make my silly videos with my friends for many years, I would not be doing what I am doing today. You're going to miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So go out there and make videos. Anyways, I think that is it for me. Thank you guys, Fresh Tape, for featuring me in your series, and I hope you have a wonderful day.